In this video, you'll learn how to use Blockstack's Explorer and take your first step on the new decentralized internet. This tutorial is designed for anyone. You don't have to be a developer. And all you need is an internet connection and a web browser. First, open your web browser and go to explorer.blockstack.org. If you're familiar with Bitcoin, you may notice Blockstack Explorer's similarities to Bitcoin explorers, such as blockchain.info, which is a web interface for viewing activity on the Bitcoin network. Over here, we're seeing some recent blocks that just came in. Here are the block numbers, and you can see they're incrementing. You can see the different time intervals between these blocks, and you can even explore what's inside each Bitcoin block and examine the different transactions as people sent money from one address to another. Blockstack's Explorer is essentially doing the same thing, but for the Blockstack network. Over here, just like with the Bitcoin Explorer, you can see different blocks as they're created. By navigating up here and clicking on Names, you can see a list of all the names that are registered on Blockstack, and a count of how many names are currently registered across the network. For more information about a specific name, you can simply click on it. You can also search for any registered name in the upper right corner. Let's take a look at a registered name on Blockstack, Werner.id. Now we're exploring inside the name Werner.id, which was registered by Werner Vogels, CTO of Amazon. Here you can see the basic profile information that he both registered and verified. It's showing the owner address here, which is a Bitcoin address. On Blockstack, you can actually own the name or domain, like Werner.id, just like on Bitcoin, where you can own your Bitcoins and money with your address and its associated private key. Also, notice how he's verified his profile using Twitter, Facebook, and GitHub. This is part of the process of registering a name on Blockstack via onename.com. Down here, the Explorer gives you a different summary for the registration, where you can see the zone file. The zone file is used to fetch data from separate cloud storage, similar to looking up information on a traditional domain name, like CNN.com. Only the hash of this information is announced in the blockchain, which you can see here. On the Explorer, this data is then graphically displayed as the profile that you're seeing here. As a design principle, Blockstack uses the blockchain as minimally as possible, so as not to store a lot of data there. This ensures users own their own data, and that apps built on Blockstack run more reliably. The Explorer allows you to dig deeper, looking back in time to see the entire history of all the operations that were announced for a given name on the blockchain. To demonstrate this feature, let's look at Blockstack co-founder Muneeb Ali's profile. It looks like Muneeb's done name updates a couple of times. Whenever he updates some basic information for his zone file, he sends a new name update, and there will be a history of that in the blockchain. This Explorer brings total transparency to the network. Anyone can independently audit any information that is present on Blockstack because it gives you a global view of all the activity that's happening on it. Because it's an open source network, no single company owns this information, and it can never be put behind closed doors. This is transformative for app developers. Apps built on Blockstack don't need users to create new logins or authentications because they already have access by virtue of having an ID on the network. These users will then very easily be able to bring their data, their profile, their friends, and their social graphs with them into your app. That makes it super easy to bootstrap new applications and get up and running.